I feel like I haven't recorded in so long. Oh my god. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Girl, I Don't Know. Where here I may not know all the answers, but together we're going to figure them out. And I am your host, Deja G's. I feel like I haven't recorded in so long. I don't know. I don't really have an excuse, honestly. Life just sometimes get in the way. I got busy with school, life, work, and whatever else it is. And I kind of lost inspiration, kind of. But I don't know. Lately, these days, I've just been feeling really inspired and motivated to get back on my shit. And I kind of miss my pod. So, and also, people have been asking for other episodes. So, even if I do feel like people aren't tuning in, they actually are. So, that kind of means something. So, that means I need to get my ass up and record, even if it's only 5 people listening to me. 5 people are a lot. But anyway, how's everyone? Before we get into today's topic, I kind of want to do obviously a weekly check-in. Duh. We always got to make sure mind, body, spirit, and everything is okay. This week I'm feeling fine. I don't know. I've been in my head kind of, but I'm always in my head. I'm kind of just ready for like something new, whether it's like a new job, new hobby, new friends, new experiences. I'm just kind of craving something new. I really want a new job. I want to get a second job. I've been working at my current job for 4 years. I'll make 5 next year in March, I believe. But also, like, I just have, like, my birthday is coming up. Summer is almost over. It's August. My summer has been really, really great, though. I've been having a good summer. I just came back from Atlanta a couple of days ago. So summer has been pretty cool. I've been outside, but like birthday is coming up and I kind of just want more money. It's damn near the second half of the year and I just feel like I want to accomplish some things that are on my goals list for this year. Like I definitely want to get my license and stuff like that. But anyway, this is just for this week. This week I'm feeling fine. This week I'm fucking tired as fuck. I think I need to start taking some iron pills because bitch, I'm just so fucking like I'm so tired. I'm so tired all the time. I don't know if it's because I'm mentally tired in my head maybe. And it's probably just starting to affect me physically because I just like I'm not gonna lie, I do have a lot of tabs open in my brain. I have a lot of tabs open and it's just like also dealing with people and all of like people are so fucking weird. And honestly, I don't know, I feel like I'm rushing through this episode. I just have a lot to say, but also like just to lean into today's topic, girl, I don't know why people are so fucking weird. Like, oh my god. But honestly, like I just feel like when it comes to me, I always have a big disconnect with people. Like one thing that I had to realize is that people aren't me. And once I realize that, everything else starts making sense. It gets me upset because I be feeling like people should treat me how I treat them in the same sense. Like for the most part, I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. So I feel like the bare minimum that I give you is like you can give me. And not even that, just like overall, people don't really be caring about their character as a whole. And I feel like I don't want to be known. I don't want to be known to have a shitty character, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be known to have a shitty character. But I just feel like people make things so much harder than it has to be. And my main issue with people in general is fucking communication. Why do so many grown-ass adults simply don't know how to just communicate and just talk and just say whatever it is that's on their mind? That's what upsets me. Like, men could be quick to communicate when they want to have sex. Your homegirls could be quick to communicate when they want to go outside, when they talking to niggas, when they do that, this, that, and the other. But it's just like when it comes to certain things, your job could communicate to you how they don't like you being late all the time and all this other stuff and all the wrongdoings that they don't like. But as soon as you sit there and try to get clarity on other things, it's just like nobody knows how to fucking talk. Nobody knows what the fuck to say. And I'm sorry, I'm reading off my notes because I had that much to say. Like, my whole thing is just like, why is communication like pulling fucking teeth from people? Like, why do people rather just act different, switch up, disappear, ghost you, or just make assumptions of things instead of just simply asking or just simply having a conversation. I feel like people don't want to have conversations because they don't want to hear shit that they don't want to hear, like, you know. And I'm saying, like, not everyone has to be like perfect. We're all human. We're all living for the first time. In certain instances, like, I understand communication might not be the easiest thing for people, but it's just like the weird thing is just when people would try. The weird thing to me is when people would rather you figure the situation out or like end a connection or whatever it is simply because they just simply can't communicate. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit has really been bothering me, and to the point it's starting to affect me mentally. So I'm on some type of shit like, bitch, gotta start detaching because people are so fucking weird. But today's episode is basically me just yapping about why I feel like people are so fucking weird. And hopefully, like, others also can relate or understand or have experienced it. Because I just feel like I hate to sound like a victim and be like, yo, why is everyone so weird to me? Like, why does all of these weird or bad things happen to me? Because sometimes I try to feel like maybe I'm playing a fucking role in it because I'm very self-aware. So also I try to be like, maybe I am, like, maybe it's me doing something weird or throwing people off too, because everybody can't be weird. Everybody can't communicate, like, can't know how to communicate. But it's just like, you know what? Sometimes it's that, not me. Sometimes it actually is other people. Number one that really upsets me about communication is just like people never want to say what's wrong. And it's just like, I'm not a fucking mind reader. I don't know what's wrong unless you let me know what's wrong. Like, you feel me? Me personally, I'm the type of person, whenever I'm feeling some way about anything, like, I just have to say it because it'll literally kill me to keep it inside. So I literally have to say something and get it out. I can't just be quiet about when something is bothering me. I'd rather us talk about it and like find a solution because I'm just very solution based. But like, it's just like, have you ever had someone's energy just change towards you and they're just acting like different, weird, the switch up, and you're just like, did I do something wrong to you? And like, because why are you being so fucking weird? And then they'll just rather be like, nothing, oh, nothing is wrong, nothing, I'm chilling, I'm fine, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, that's frustrating because it's just like, bro, I can feel the shift in energy. I know there's something wrong. I know you're being weird because you're being so distant, or you're being weird by the way you're talking, or like there's an issue or you feel a way about something. And it's just like, I'm so tired of trying to figure out people's personalities out and why they're acting a certain way. That's what really upsets me. Well, while I was in Atlanta, like, I was visiting someone and I felt like the first day was like amazing. The first day was really great. It was fun. It was cool. But then it's just like, obviously after the first day, I felt a shift in energy. At first, I just was like going with the flow because, you know, sometimes people just like they space or whatever it is. But then it's just like, bro, like, the way you were acting yesterday is way different from today. And then on the third day, it's just like, now you're pulling back even more. So it's just like, did I upset you or did I do something? Because why are you being so like standoffish in a way? I could sense a shift. And instead, the person is just like, oh, nothing, like, I'm just tired, or I'm chilling, or I'm this, that, and the other. And granted, I'm always like trying to think like maybe that can be true, because it's like, I'm not, like, I'm always in my head and I always like to see things from the other person's perspective. So I'm just like, you know what, maybe that can be a thing. Maybe you are tired. Maybe it is what it is, you know? But then it's just like, bro, but like, in the back of my mind, it's like, I know I'm not bugging. Like, you was acting so fine the other day. So what happened between yesterday and today, or that your whole energy or your aura has shifted, you know? I hate trying to figure out people's fucking personalities, especially because me, I'm very open. I like to communicate a lot. And that's another reason why people be making me feel weird. Like, why do people make me feel so weird for being expressive, or for wanting to talk things out, or for saying how I feel, or using my emotions against me? I be feeling like, if I'm saying something about anything, that means I care. That means I care enough about the relationship to fix the situation. However, when people discourage me or make me feel away, or don't want to have a conversation, or make it seem like I'm being annoying, like, that kind of discourages me from wanting to communicate. One thing that really upsets me is the going ghost out of nowhere. I hate being ghosted. I hate being ghosted bad. No shade, ghosting is a form of emotional abuse. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I am the too woke friend these days, but ghosting is definitely a form of emotional abuse because it's just like we're talking every day, or like we have some type of consistency, and then out of nowhere it just stops. Then once again, I'm sitting here wondering what the fuck did I do wrong that you just decided to ghost me. It's very disheartening when you go from like building a connection, a friendship, or whatever it is, and then it's just like to no conversation, no explanation, just gone. And then with ghosting, it gets weird because it's just like sometimes they dead come back without a reason or an explanation, and then they just expect you to just be okay with being ghosted and being fine that now that they're back. But it's just like, no, like you don't get to, people don't get to fuck with me or pick and choose when they want to talk to me, fuck with me, or anything. Once again, when it comes to communication, I would rather you tell me you're going through something or you're not really feeling it or whatever it is versus just ghosting me. I don't know. I have so many examples about stuff, but it's just like, for example, like I was building a connection with someone and we probably were like texting for like a week or whatever. We saw each other like once. It was fine. However, they ended up facing some hardships, and rightfully so. Like, I get it. People be wanting their space. But instead of just simply communicating that, they just decided to ghost me. And it's just like, I was texting. I was trying to figure out what was going on. And it's just like, no response, no nothing. And it's weird because it's just like, I also, like I said, I had a feeling because it's just like, I'm very understanding. So I'm the type of person, like, if someone is going through something, like, I can understand them wanting their space, because when I'm going through shit, my misery don't like company either. I like to isolate and just figure shit out on my own. But also, I feel like it would be nice to let someone know, especially if you just seen them and then out of nowhere, like, you just ghost them and go missing. It just feels like, wow, like, what did I do? Like, is there something wrong with me? Did I misunderstand the connection? Or like, do they got a bitch? Like, what's going on? Or like, it just makes you question yourself, and I just don't like that. And then shit gets weird because people will do weirdo shit to you and then they don't like when you do it back. So for example, the person ghosted me or whatever, I just left it alone after a while. I had seen a TikTok or something, and it reminds me or made me think of the person that might be something they might be into. So I sent it just regular, and then I finally get a response and they're all like, thank you, and then proceeds to send me like a paragraph of, I guess, explaining why they ghosted me. And to be honest, like I said, the reasoning why I was ghosted was basically because the person was dealing with all the hardships and stuff like that. And like I said, I understood and I kind of figured that, but the disconnect between that, me and you, is just like, you could have just communicated that. And now I just feel like I don't really care for the explanation, because on top of that, I'm not gonna lie, people don't owe you explanations. That's another thing. As much as we would like to have an explanation, people don't owe you anything. People don't owe you an explanation. So granted, they didn't have to explain that to me, but it was appreciated. But to be honest, I just felt like it wasn't that deep to me because I've already accepted it, the ghosting, for what it was. So I felt like it wasn't that deep to me for him to, explain it to me. But I appreciate him saying that. But whatever. Hope everything works out. But then it's like shit get weird because I didn't respond to him in a timely manner, and then I had posted some shit on my story. So I don't know if the nigga thought I was subbing him or whatever, but then he liked the post, and then because I posted some shit like, weird shit be enough closure for me. So it was just like, he liked the post and then unfollowed me. But mind you, I didn't even respond to him because I fake was busy. I was at work and shit like that. And then on top of that, like, I kind of didn't know what to say at first. But it's just like, people are so weird. You get upset, you think I'm sub you, and it's just like, shit don't be that deep to me. But it's just like shit like that. People making assumptions instead of actually communicating. And that's what gets me upset. People would rather, how many, I'm not going to say how many. I've also lost other friendships due to assumptions instead of just communicating. It's been like, I've had an instance where it's just like an old friend of mine like was having conversation about me behind my back, and people are weird. Just because people sub their friends, I'm not the type of person to sub my friends. So I don't know if people had a guilty conscience because I posted whatever I posted and people think that I'm talking about them. So it's just like you're assuming I'm talking about you instead of asking me, and now you're creating a scenario of where we have an issue together where when the whole time I'm oblivious and I didn't even know you had a problem or whatever was to begin with. And now you're using a random Instagram post that I made, not even talking or referencing you, just talking about whatever it is I was talking about. Because just like that's another thing. You could sit there and post like I hate my life. Whole time you're mad because you didn't get balsamic vinaigrette for your fucking Chipotle, bro. Shit don't even be that deep all the time. Like, it's Instagram. So it's just like people be with the assumption shit. I don't really understand it because it's like, yeah, people will really create a whole story in their head, make you a whole villain in their mind, create a whole scenario, react to something that they never even asked you about. And it's just weird because it's just like, how you're gonna sit there and press me about something or be upset about something, but when you literally could have just asked me for clarity. Why is it such a problem to communicate? Why is it such a problem to communicate? Like, that's really my biggest pet peeve in life. It's to the point like I don't want to talk to nobody. Like, I don't want to talk anymore because it's just like shit really be pointless. The way I look at it, if we are friends or if you're someone that I care about, why would you assume or interpret anything that I do as malicious towards you? I feel like if you're looking at it that way, then that's probably how you move, or you feel like I'm being malicious or have ill intent because you probably have a guilty conscience, so you think that I'm slamming you or doing something weird. Because why would I just move weird instead of communicating? But I don't know. I'm a water sign. I'm a Scorpio. I feel everything deeply. So sometimes I feel like that's why I'm so quick to, not trying to be all astrological and use my zodiac sign as like excuse for shit, but I think sometimes people move weird, especially when it comes to friendships. And it's not really talked about, I would say. Me personally, I felt like I've had my girl group of friends once upon a time, and it's just like as I've gotten older, I've had to cut some of them off because I've realized like the type of friend that I am towards them, they're not the type of friend towards me. And then it took me some time to have to realize like everyone is not my friend. And then it's just like you have your certain type of friends for certain things as well. Like you have your friends that you go outside with, you have your friends that you vent to, you have your certain friends that are people are just associates who aren't really your friends. And it took me a long time to realize that. And I feel like a lot of people like the title of being a friend, or they like the title of being someone's best friend, but they don't always show up like a best friend. Like, and I just feel like, really the half-ass friendships. Me, I'm not half-ass with anything. It's either I'm all or nothing with literally everything in my life, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a spontaneous random decision, a career choice, anything in life. Like, you feel me? I'm really all or nothing. So I can't just be halfway your friend. It's not like even you're my friend. It's just like you're my fucking sister. You're either my sister or you're no one to me. You're just a bitch that I know. Like, So it's just like, I feel like half-ass friendships are like when someone wants the benefit of having you in their life, but they don't put in the effort. So it's just like they like being able to have someone they could call to go out. They like having someone they can be able to call when they want to talk bullshit. Having someone they could go half with on certain things, so they don't gotta come up all late their bread and stuff like that. Or sometimes they'll just say like, oh, we need to hang out, oh, I'm always here for you, or whatever, I miss you, and this, that, and the other. But when it comes to certain things, they're not there. The actions never match. Once I realize the actions don't match the things that you say, that's when I always have to take a step back. Yeah, because it's just like they'll say all those things, and then when you need them, the times when you really need them, they're not there, or you're really busy. And I'm not saying like, people have to see you every day, talk to you every day. Like, I don't really like the term low maintenance friend, because I really feel like, you should try your hardest to really put effort in maintaining certain friendships with people that you care about. I'm not going to say I'm a low maintenance friend, but to be honest with me, we don't have to speak every day. But we can send each other a TikTok every day. Like, we don't have to speak every day. We don't have to hang out all the time. But it'll be nice to know, like, I can, when I need to call you for certain things, like, or when I do want to see you, or whenever the case may be, I know you'll be there. I feel like you shouldn't have to constantly feel like, you're the only one trying to keep a connection alive, because friendship should feel mutual. Like, it's an instant where I had to realize that one of my close friends, her friend is her best friend, but her friend isn't my friend. I just know her friend through her, if that makes sense. Because it's just like, I was thinking, like, my friend, my close friend, she introduced me to her best friend. And it's just like, we have a good dynamic as, a trio. But also, once the main person who's bringing the other two together isn't always around, it's just like, now it's up to the other two to try to water the friendship. I can't always be the person trying to water the friendship and not receiving anything. I remember one time I was going through something and I had asked this person, like, sister, can you please just come sit with me? I just don't want to be by myself. And then it's just like, I got an excuse towards that. And that was probably like the one time I really needed her for anything, and it's just like, that person didn't show up for me. So then I had to realize, what, maybe this person isn't my friend how I think they are my friend, because it's just like, outside of that, I won't hear from her, really speak or see her, unless the original person who brought us together is around, in a sense, so it's just like, I'm good off that half-ass friendship. I don't need it. Like, I wish the person the best. It's no issue or nothing, but it's just like, sometimes you really have to realize, like, not everyone is truly your friend. They might be an associate, they might be someone but like, the half-ass friendships, like, I can't do, should just be weird, because there's no way you can sit there and call me when you need me, but it's not mutual. It doesn't feel good at all. And it's just like, that also goes into my other point of including the weird shit when it comes to friendships, because it's just like, watching people show up for everyone except you. Like, one of the hardest things, I'm not even going to say one of the hardest, but one of the things that will probably hurt, at least for me, the most, unless, because it's like, it's some people who really don't give a fuck, and I truly admire that if you don't give a fuck. But it's been time, well, now I probably don't care, but it's been times where it really hurt my feelings seeing people show up for other people in ways that they don't show up for me. Like, for example, birthday dinners. I really hate the whole, like, misconception of, like, girls cutting off their friends because they didn't come to a birthday dinner. I promise you the birthday dinner was the last straw. Like, I promise you the birthday dinner was literally the last straw. But it's like, when do I cut you off after I had this event, this game night, you didn't come? When I invited you here, you didn't come. When I called you, you didn't answer the phone that one time. And this, that, and the other. You didn't have money this time. It's always an excuse for that time. And then now it's the birthday dinner and you're saying you can't come to this birthday dinner, but you're showing up to the birthday dinner of our other friend whose birthday is 3 or 4 days later. When do I cut you off? The birthday dinner is the last straw, because this is like, bitch, I done watch you go to everybody else shit, come to everybody else event, do show up for everyone else in whatever way. But when it comes to me, it's always nothing. It's nothing. It gets zeros. It gets zeros all the time. Zeros across the board. It's never no support, no nothing. At what point do you be like, all right, bitch, I gotta cut you off, because you're not showing up for me how you show up for other people. It's a joke that I have with one of my old homeboys, because I'm like, bro, I had to explain to him, to like one of my old homegirls, like I said, I had my old little girl group. So it's just like, one of the other girls in the group, her birthday is a couple of days after mine, but we would always celebrate our birthdays kind of together in a sense. But anyway, so it's just like, back then people used to post Instagram birthdays heavy. So I'm telling my homeboy, I'm like, watch this girl post our other friend for her birthday and go crazy, oh baby, OMG girl, and then watch when it comes to my birthday, I probably will get not even the best picture posted, or just a regular happy birthday, da 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 da. And that's exactly what happened. So every time he fucking laughs and he's like, bro, like, you was literally like right on the nose, like verbatim, word for word, like you was right. And it's just like, yeah, but then again, that's what I That's what it also took me to realize, like, too, like, everyone is not your friend. Back to what I said before, everyone is not your friend. Everyone has different relationships with people. And if I ever have to feel like I'm getting like half-assed, or you're doing the most for someone else and you're not doing, then I'm good. Everything has to be mutual and equal. I'm not gonna lie. And when I say and give these type of examples, I don't want it to make it seem like I'm jealous or like I want to be the center of attention or anything, because it's not about me wanting to be like the main character. I'm the main character in my own life, period. But it's just about noticing the difference. Like, it's different when you don't really peep shit, and then it's different when you actually can tell and notice the difference, and other people can notice the difference. It's just like, wow. So you do have the time, you do have the energy, you do have the love, the time to give and all that. You just don't have it to give it to me. And that's why people always say actions are louder than words, because sometimes people's actions can answer questions that their words won't. Lastly, another thing that really upsets me, and I feel like people are so fucking weird about it, is that people are fucking mean, and they feel like they're not being mean in the name of being honest. A man that I used to date tried to tell me like, oh, I feel like you confuse my transparency as disrespect. And it's like, no, you are being disrespectful. You can say certain things to people, you can get your point across without being fucking mean or condescending about it or arrogant about certain things. Like, honesty and disrespect are not the same thing. I feel like people who genuinely love and care about you, they don't want to say certain things, or don't say certain things, or just wouldn't want to hurt your feelings or tear you down or make you feel small or embarrass you. That's why I'm really big on watching what I say, because it's like, at the end of the day, like I said, you can be honest and you can tell the truth without hurting someone's feelings. Granted, I know sometimes the truth may hurt, but it's also about what specific words you use. I feel like people are mean in general sometimes, and then when you don't like it or you try to like defend yourself, everyone always wants to say you're sensitive. It's not about being sensitive, it's about you being disrespectful and rude. Me personally, I feel like as I get older, like, I'm realizing I don't want connections where I have to constantly question my peace or my place. I don't want friendships where I'm the only one putting in effort. I don't want relationships where people can hurt me, disappear, and then expect that they can come back and everything will be normal, and that I'm not going to be affected, or that, things are fine, or that their behavior is okay. I feel like people being weird to me is just like me collecting information and learning the type of people that I don't want to be around, and the type of people that are for me, and it's teaching me boundaries and what I will put up with and what I won't put up with moving further. I'm just starting to think like, you know what, maybe y'all aren't good enough for me. I don't want nobody around me who can't communicate. I don't want nobody around me who can't show up for me. I don't want nobody around me who can't be nice and show simple love. I don't want any of that. I just want to be a happy, nice, sweet girly, and I only want what wants me. And girl, I don't know, but I'm choosing my peace from now on. Whatever's not making me happy, it has to go. Even if it hurts me now, it'll be fine in the long run. So I'm choosing peace. But I do have a question for the listeners and viewers. Like, what is something that someone did to you that made you realize, like, yeah, this relationship is not going to be the same anymore? Or what was, like, your final straw? Like, yeah, I don't want this anymore. People just do so many weird things to me, or have all this animosity towards me for no reason. And it's just to the point, like, it was really affecting my mental health, because it was making me feel so low of myself and actually lowering my self-esteem. But it's just like I stated in the episodes prior, like, I know I have so many good things about myself. I'm not the most perfect bitch in the world, but it's just like, I try to be a decent, good person to people. I try to right my wrongs. I try to have some type of integrity. I try to have good character. Granted, a nigga or a person, a friend, whoever the fuck, they can say whatever they want, but it's just like, at least, like, my heart was pure. I was a pretty solid bitch to you. Like, I tried. I've exhausted all my options or whatever else before it was what it was. So, bitch, I don't care. I'm just over the weirdo shit. I'm choosing peace, and I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do isolate myself a lot. So sometimes I feel like that can also, like, have a factor in things, because when people hurt me, I like to isolate and just be by myself where it's safe. Because I feel like when I try to branch out and I try to be around people, they always disappoint me. But also, I just haven't met all my people yet. Like, I haven't met everyone who's gonna love me. And that's another reason why I wanted to start the podcast because I wanted to build my own community of people that understand me and get me. So that's that. Fuck all that other weird shit though. I'm not jacking that shit. If you weird, stay away from me. But also I forgot to mention in the weekly check-in, I dead chopped off my hair. Like I had a whole like Britney Spears moment kinda, and I chopped off my hair. I wanted to do like a little pixie bixie cut for so long, but I was scared of going bald, and I colored it. My hair was like, it was dark for some time, but then I'm like, a new cut, a new color. Like I needed a little something because life was just feeling boring, and then I just felt like being spontaneous. So I colored my hair pink, even though you can't. It looks red kind of, but colored my hair pink. I did this hairstyle for but yeah, like I just wanted to, I was feeling very spontaneous, wanted a new look, wanted a new color. So I just randomly did it. I'm gonna recolor it though to make it look a little bit more pink, but yeah. But anyway, let's move on to our next segment. Girl, let me put you on. So I'm currently obsessed. Like, you guys remember American Apparel? Granted, I know probably some of y'all know now, but like American Apparel, they kind of rebranded and they turned into Los Angeles Apparel. They have a store in Soho right now. Well, today is July 31st, so it's kind of like we still have like one more month of summer left, but they have so many cute clothes. I was looking on I seen like some girl, she posted a TikTok. They have so many fucking cute sets. I'm gonna go there tomorrow maybe to get some pieces for the rest of the summer. Lots of two pieces. They have little nice little fucking capris, the bras, everything is so cute. And I love American Apparel because they fabric was good. They crop tops always used to fit so good in high school. And y'all remember the fucking knee-high socks? I love those. Well, the thigh-high socks, I love those. I wanted a pair so bad. So I loved American Apparel bad. I wonder why they closed. Matter of fact, they have a documentary. I think I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, Los Angeles Apparel, and they have like a website. So if you miss American Apparel, then you could go to Los Angeles Apparel because they have all the American Apparel shit. Literally, it's like a rebrand. And my cousin worked there too. So I'm gonna go. All right, since this is our episode in like about 3 months, I'm gonna save the girl I don't know what you think advice column segment for probably next week. That way we can have some people come put in submissions in. And honestly, I won't lie, I haven't checked it, so maybe we do, but I kind of forgot the password to the Google form, so I have to get back into it. So hopefully we might have some submissions, and I'm looking forward to that. But I want to say, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. If you waited for an episode, I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to be more consistent again because I like doing a podcast. I like yapping. I like that people are actually tuning in and are encouraging me and like, girl, you need to film and where's the next episode. So the fact that y'all are on my ass to be consistent, that means that y'all actually at least care a little bit or fuck with it. And I appreciate that a lot. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And girl, I may not know all the answers, but I'm glad that we at least talked about it today, okay? And see you guys in the next episode. Bye.